Crow's Nest. 3, 3.
I think the best part of being here is definitely the fellowship.
It does encourage me to see all these other kids because we have what most of the world doesn't, and that's really something.
It's really exciting to get to see people that you don't get to see a whole lot. Definitely getting to talk and see how they're doing.
I'm always amazed at how God works in these kind of settings, and you just, for some reason, there's a different feel for the kids when they're all together from all around the state.
To be here and to be around so many other disciples and kids that are not disciple and who's just pouring their heart out for God, it's so amazing just to see that.
There's a sense of camaraderie there, a sense of fellowship, and that we're all singing to God. That's overall very encouraging.
One of the things we thought was most important during the weekend was to not just have the kids hear the word preached, but to be able to process it and bounce things off each other and talk about what they're learning.
What I really love about the Bible is it's how relative it is.
Well, Bible study is really getting to know God. It's really getting to know what Jesus went through for us, for us as people. He was a man himself, so we can really connect to that.
No matter what I'm reading, if it's the same thing, you always get something different out of it, and there's always something new to learn, and whoever you're learning it with, it's just your eyes are opened wider every day.
And I really also love that it's God-breathed. This is a way that we can really communicate, really get to know how God is.
Bible study for me is the way that I connect with God. It's just the way that I just see what God wants me to do and how He wants me to live my life.
My favorite part of the weekend was just seeing the teens teach teens. And we had a women's class where 3 of the teen women taught the class, and it was so encouraging to see just the level of maturity and love for God and strong conviction and just the way that they shared their heart and poured their heart out to the other girls.
I mean, I come from a home that's not with disciples, so it's really great to be around disciples and hearing lessons every day. It's really, really, really great.
I mean, it's tough every day waking up, going to high school, being a disciple. It's really tough, but I know that I have the most powerful king on my side, and I could do anything with him and through him.
It definitely takes perseverance and just knowing that, even though if you might feel alone sometimes, God is always with you, and He's the best friend that you could ever have.
It's really hard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's really it's a struggle every day when your friends they're not on the same page as you. And I guess I'll admit that sometimes I'm afraid of I do quote scriptures sometimes and I bring God up, but sometimes I don't want to push them too far.
When I think about the armor of God, we got to put that on every day going to high school because you have so many flaming arrows coming at you, and so many kids judging you and treating you badly because of what you stand for,
Well, it's definitely not something easy. I'm not gonna be oh yeah, it's gonna be a breeze.
Worship is really, really big for me because music's really close to mind for me. That's something that really, really hits me first over most of the things that we do.
I'd say that honestly there really isn't another choice. I think we can kid ourselves and try and believe that maybe there's another life that we could have without God in it. I mean, but there isn't. I think it's the best decision I've ever made. I mean, it is hard and there's a lot of struggles, but in the end, I mean, we have eternity with God, and I think that's the best part.
For me, it's knowing that all these people here love you so much. You always have somebody who is there for you. And also there's other people who are going through the same struggles as you, and you can always talk to them and go through them together.
Robo! 5 people!
I think it's so important that they not just be receiving the word, but that they be using it and talking about it.
The lessons are really great. They're really convicting, really convicting. I think my favorite part was the quiet time by the lake. I think it was just a great time to spend with God. And so were like the activities and the board games and like the sports. They're really great to have fellowship.
And the things that they go through day in and day out and put the meat on the bones of the scriptures and the lessons that we teach them.
I think like we're all a lot more unified, like all of Florida. I think that's great.